Namaste, world racers. Sabine and Roger here. Let's watch 15 things you didn't know about India.
Yeah, looking forward to this because most of our viewers and our subscribers and our members now are from India.
Yay.
So the time has come for us to learn a little bit about India. But before we get started, we just want to shout out and thank our channel members. Thank you so much for all of your support. We could not continue to do this for much longer without you.
And hopefully a few more. So please, people, check it out. Thank you.
15 things you didn't know about India. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired.
Whoa.
Hello Aluxers, and welcome back to another fascinating video. Today we're looking at incredible facts you didn't know about the 7th largest country in the world, India. With a population of over 1 billion people, India is one of the most influential and powerful countries in the world. Its cultural history is particularly complex and detailed, spanning 4,500 years of predominantly Hindu philosophy and theology. Thousands of years later, modern India is profoundly different, with its own colossal film industry, a diverse population, and an astonishingly big workforce. Because Alux.com is dedicated to becoming the world's best resource on the most interesting countries and destinations, we couldn't wait to bring you 15 things you didn't know about India.
Yeah.
Number 1. Bollywood's highest-grossing film made 27 times more than Hollywood's highest-grossing film.
What?
For every 600 films Hollywood produces, Bollywood will make 1,000. They're the most profitable films, too, when you compare the numbers. Hollywood's highest-grossing film was 2009's Avatar, which made $2.8 billion at the box office. In stark contrast, the Bollywood film 3 Idiots brought in $76.81 billion. Now that's a profit.
That's awesome. We love that.
Number 2. Shampoo was invented in the 16th century, India. Derived from the Sanskrit champu, which means massage, the concept of shampooing was invented in India in the 16th century. Herbs and natural ingredients were used then, rather than today's combination of modern chemicals and fragrances. In particular, gooseberry, sapindus, and fruit pulp. When colonial visitors came to India, they brought the practice of shampooing and hair washing back with them to Europe.
Cool.
Number 3. Diamonds were first mined in India, and it was the world's greatest producer.
Wow.
India was the most productive diamond mining country in the world until diamonds were found in Brazil in the 18th century. There are now 3 active diamond mines in India, and the famous Kohinoor diamond was found in the 13th century. The 793-carat stone went from person to person and was eventually acquired by Queen Victoria during the British Raj in India.
Wow.
Number 4.
Elephants.
Elephants in Kerala can treat themselves to a spa day. Punathur Kata Elephant Yard Rejuvenation
Awesome.
Center provides elephants with baths, massages, and soothing pamper sessions.
Beauty.
The spa caters to 59 clients and is a way of giving back to the sacred animal. Elephants play an important role in Kerala's temple processions and are a significant feature of the region, so they deserve a massage every now and then.
Yeah.
Number 5. The largest religious gathering in India can be seen from space.
What?
Kumbh Mela is a Hindu pilgrimage which takes people to the banks of the Ganges every 12 years. The major event involves ritualistic bathing, devotional singing, religious discussion, and feeding the poor. The attendance figures had to be capped at 75 million, making it the largest pilgrimage on
75
Earth.
million?
Oh my god, we have to go.
Oh,
Number 6.
smokes.
Ancient Indian civilization is the oldest in the world. We often look to ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, but Indian civilization dates back to 2400 BC, when it was split into 16 monarchies known as the Mahajanapadas. There are even authenticated human remains that date back to 30,000 years in South Asia. The oldest Hindu texts were written between 2000 and 500 BC, as well as the first texts on science, medicine, and astronomy. We actually owe the number 0 to Indian mathematics, who created the concept.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Number 7. India is home to every major world religion and doesn't have a national language. Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, and Sikhism all have a place in Indian society, with the most dominant being Hinduism and Islam, covering 80% and 14% of the population, respectively. Judaism has existed in India for the last 2,215 years, and some of these smaller religions also featured, including Jain, Zoroastrian, and Baha'i. India also doesn't have a single national language because 1,652 dialects are spoken across the different regions.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Number 8. A polling station is set up for just one voter in Gir Forest at every election. Every election, Marant Barandas Deshandas gets his local polling station entirely to himself because he's the only resident of Gir Forest.
Wow.
He's been voting in Indian elections since 2004 and never misses one now that he has his own personal polling station. Mahant is the caretaker for the one temple in the forest in Gujarat, a home he shares with the rare Asiatic lion.
Incredible.
Love it.
Number 9. The Indian government has used scaffolding to hide the Taj Mahal when airstrikes are predicted.
Wow.
During the Second World War and the Indian-Pakistan Wars, scaffolding was put up around the distinctive domes of the Taj Mahal to make it less obvious from above. They feared strikes by the Japanese Air Force during World War II, so hid their most famous landmark. More recent threats to the Taj Mahal include the rising levels of the Yamuna River, which has cracked the tomb underneath the structure. There have been predictions that the tombs could collapse at any time. Check out our video, 15 Most Expensive Man-Made Attractions in the World, to find out what ranks along the stunning Taj Mahal. Number 10. Indians invented navigation, yoga, the world's cheapest car, and thorium-based nuclear power. Indian society can take credit for some of the most important inventions in the world. They were the first to create the concept of navigation, over 6,000 years ago, using rivers and seas. Yoga was created 5,000 years ago and has roots in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. The world's cheapest car, the Tata Nano, which costs around 100,000 rupees, the equivalent of $1,400. And India is the home of the first next-generation thorium reactor. The country is aiming to produce 30% of its electrical power with thorium by 2050. Number 11. You can stay at the former Indian royal residence for $88,000 a night. If you want to stay at the lap of luxury, forget Paris and forget Dubai.
Smokes.
India is the home of the most stunning palaces in the world. Once the home of the Maharajas, there are opulent palaces throughout the country, with some dating back hundreds of years. The 𝐬𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐚𝐥 Lake Resort hosted Prince Charles's 65th birthday, and the 450-year-old 𝐬𝐸 Palace in Jaipur has hosted famous faces from all over the world.
Whoa.
Number 12. 𝐀𝐛𝐨𝐿 of Alwar snubbed Rolls-Royce in the best possible way. India has a long and colorful history of quirky monarchies and extravagant kings and queens. The King of Alwar in northeast India was insulted by a Rolls-Royce salesman when he visited a showroom in London. A very proud man, he ordered a whole fleet of Rolls-Royce cars and gave them to the city's waste department so they could use them to transport rubbish throughout the city.
What?
What?
Okay, what? What happened?
So the guy, so it sounds like this royalty, this Maharaj, he was in London and he was in a Rolls-Royce dealership and he wasn't treated very kindly because he was an Indian.
Okay.
So then to snub them,
What is snub?
it means like to disgrace them, to
okay.
get back at them.
Okay.
He bought a whole bunch of Rolls Royces and basically turned them into garbage trucks.
Oh my god! But at the same time, he gave them all the money, right?
Well,
They
he
bought
did
them.
he did have to buy them, but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be a disgrace because the Rolls Royce was like
Oh,
luxury for rich people.
Okay.
So he bought a bunch of them and then
Yeah.
gave them to the to the garbage people.
Don't mess with the Maharajas.
Yeah. Don't mess with the ultra wealthy.
I love this video. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Number 13. 1 million Indians are millionaires. India has one of the most dramatic wealth gaps in the world, with 35% of the country living below the poverty line. Those who live way above it live a very different kind of life. The richest Indian in the world is Mukesh Ambani, who has a net worth of $53 billion. The 59-year-old made his money in the oil and gas industry, and his billion-dollar home recently made headlines because he chose to build a 27-story skyscraper instead of a sprawling mansion.
That's his house.
Wow.
Number 14. The first account of plastic surgery was found in an ancient Sanskrit text. One of the first medical texts was the Sushruta Samhita, which can be dated back to the 6th century CE. It's one of the very first examples of a medical text and discusses surgery, incisions, skin grafts, and nose reconstruction. Britain's first nose job wouldn't be performed until 1814, a worrying 80 years before the Sushruta Samhita would be translated. Number 15. One of India's most extravagant weddings caused controversy because it was too extravagant. Lasting 5 days and costing $74 million, the wedding of the daughter of a prominent businessman made headlines in 2016 for all the wrong reasons. The $2.5 million wedding sari, Bollywood royalty in attendance, and gold Bangalore palace setting was denounced as an obscene display of wealth. Millions of Indians live in poverty, so the wedding was criticized for being in poor taste.
Wow.
There are many stereotypical images of India, but there's so much more to this incredible country than many of us know. The center of many industries and the world's biggest democracy, India has influenced art, literature, science, and medicine potentially more than any other nation.
Wow.
If you could take a trip to this beautiful, fascinating country, where would you find yourself? In a gorgeous Maharaja's palace, surrounded by palm trees and rural countryside? Or a modern apartment in the thick of busy Mumbai?
I would be in a cave.
In an ashram.
Oh, you're still here? Here's another bizarre and incredible fact about India. About 40% of the Indian population is vegetarian, making it the largest veggie population in the world. Many choose to not eat meat for spiritual and religious reasons, with beef and pork products often ruled out of their diet. Vegetarianism is so influential that KFC, McDonald's, and Pizza Hut had to introduce vegetarian menus for their Indian franchises to cater to the population.
Good.
The country with the fewest vegetarians is Portugal, where just 1.8% of the population have cut meat from their diet. Thank you for spending some time with us, 𝐬𝐿𝐼.
I love this video. It's like a tribute to India. Amazing. I'm just going to touch on the Portugal at the end. I was in Portugal. And I was so shocked when we went to restaurants and the menus. So it does not surprise me at all. And yeah, 40% are vegetarians. It's very beautiful.
Yeah,
because
amazing.
we're too. Wow, what a video!
That was mind-boggling. It was so much information, but yeah, I loved it. It was so, so, I don't even know the words, right? It was so informative. It's like information overload, but yeah, that was great. And that was super fun. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I think we got to go through and see the different topics. So the Bollywood, I wonder if that, is that a real sign somewhere? Or did they just, because Hollywood has that. So, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, and Bollywood is just, I had no idea it was that huge. Right?
Yeah, and that it was the Three Idiots much bigger than Avatar.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, both great movies. But Avatar is just so painful at the very end. It's hard. It's really hard to watch for me when they burn down the trees and stuff. But Three Idiots made us laugh from beginning to end. It made us scream. I mean, it was quite an adventure to watch.
It had some sad moments too, but yeah.
But it was
great. Yeah, we'll have to watch that one again. That was a great movie. Yeah.
It was full of surprises. Anyways, okay. Number 2 was the shampoo. So that reminded me of shampoo. Shiva shampoo. I wonder if that has something to do with it, but probably not.
No idea, but
yeah, because if that word comes from there, maybe it was like.
Yeah. That's very cool. Shampoo, very necessary. Oh yeah,
Not for us though.
Not for us. No, we don't use shampoo.
But I do have socks that need shampoo, so I actually have to buy. Yeah,
For
my
your
alpaca
socks?
socks. My alpaca socks have to be washed in shampoo.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, and then the diamonds.
Yeah, I don't know anything about diamonds really, except the other day we watched an Osho video and Osho was wearing a diamond watch.
A diamond watch, just full of diamonds. Extravagant. But Osho said himself, he is the most luxurious man in the world. Back then. Oh yeah. And then the elephants.
Oh,
that was
beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's my favorite part of the video.
Aww.
Oh, except for this too. The religious gathering.
The picture.
Is it coming up? When is
the
next one? Because it's every 12 years, they said. So
Oh yeah.
that's incredible. That's something that we would definitely want to attend. 75 million people seen from space.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible. And I think that's one of the gatherings that Sadhguru was talking about in one of his videos.
Oh.
I think it was the video where he was talking about Osho, but it was showing clips of this gathering, talking about, India being the only place in the world where such diverse paths and traditions and all religions are welcome to this one thing together and all in peace and harmony. It's just beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah. India.
Yeah.
Love you.
And then the naked ones walk right next to the clothed one. We just stopped at the naked man.
The naked sadhu. No big deal. That's nature. We're all naked in reality. And then and then just highlighting, and I love this tidbit because a lot of Westerners, they don't want to accept it. But it's true that India is the oldest civilization, not Egypt.
Oh, I don't even know.
Most people think it's Egypt, but no, it's if you get into the Vedas, right? And just it's saying that. So even in here, they're saying that that the Vedas were written down, like 2,500 to 5,000 years ago. But before they were written and captured, they would have been passed on like orally, right? So the tradition is just, incredibly ancient. And then every major world religion.
Yay.
That's great. And just the amount of languages, so it doesn't have just a single one. So that's very cool. But yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite things about India is that it embraces all religions, and all cultures. And it's not trying to convert anybody to their belief, right? But at the same time, there are other religions that are trying to convert the Hindus. And,
stop it.
Depending on our karma and this and that, we all need different paths and different, means of access to spiritual reality. But Hinduism, as far as I can tell, is its own. It's the, it's it. It's like it's like the beginning. They start because the other wisdom traditions, they came from the enlightened beings, and those enlightened beings, more often than not, were probably inspired by the teachings of Hinduism. So we need to get to the root, which is in my examining of spiritual truth, it's coming from the Vedas and Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, right? Oh yeah, the polling station set up for just one guy. That's incredibly.
Never heard of anything like that.
That's awesome. What I call politically correct. One guy there, yep, he has a right to vote. So that's incredible. And the Taj Mahal, we were so close to the Taj Mahal.
Well, we were passing it on the train, right?
I think so, yeah.
No, we flew.
Oh.
Yeah, we flew from Delhi to Varanasi.
Yeah.
So we flew.
But we were pretty close. Like we were in Delhi, and because we spent a month in Bodh Gaya. So we would have had time to go to Taj Mahal, But we didn't. So it's back on the list.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as it's still there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I don't know anything about this new technology, this power, thorium-based nuclear power. So that's fascinating. So incredibly advanced. And then showing the world's cheapest car. I love that too. Yeah. Oh, and then their royal residence. Holy smokes.
Yeah, well, that is something else.
For $88,000 a night. I'm one of those people, and don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against super rich people and the ultra wealthy. But for me, being a spiritual person, there's so much more I would do with that kind of money. So anyways, like there's one video where we're talking about how some of the ultra wealthy want to go to Mars, right? There's so much better things we can do with that money, but we're not here to judge, right? So, oh yeah, and then the story of the snubbing the Rolls Royce in the best possible way. Wow. Yeah. And then a million Indians are millionaires. Wow. That's incredible. Good job.
Good on you guys.
Good job,
I hope you're
millionaires.
generous.
Yeah, generous millionaires
That would be amazing. Yeah.
That would be amazing because, you know, because some people are getting upset with Satguru being a spiritual guru, but being so, you know, commercial and business savvy. Whereas from my point of view, I'm saying, well, that's exactly the kind of business people and spiritual leaders that we need, because he's inspiring, you know, wealthy people, you know, to be generous, right? So if the ultra wealthy can be spiritual, that would transform this world quicker than anything, right? Because they're the ones that have the money and the influence to like influence the government to maybe reinstitute spiritual values, meditation into the school system, and then the youth can become spiritual, and that would transform the world, right?
Reminds me also of Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
The ultra wealthy, but so generous and so loving and kind. Amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Plastic surgery, that was
Fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, and then the extravagant
wedding.
Wow. And how it got some bad publicity, and that's just the way it is. And I can see the point of why, right? It was like $50-some million for a wedding.
Yeah, and we had a wedding too, but that was not that much.
Yeah.
It was only based on donation because it was we got married in a Buddhist center, and Roger's dad took care of
the civil servant, I think.
Yeah, and of the food, and so it was the cheapest you can imagine.
So it was basically free.
Yeah.
But of course, we left a small donation to the monastery, you know, in gratitude. So that was our wedding.
Yeah.
And we only had what?
We were 10 people in total together.
10 people in total, so super ultra small. But and I like the ending of what do you think and what would you do and where would you stay if you were in India, right? In the hustle and bustle of Mumbai, or in one of the ultra luxurious royal residences. And I was like, I found myself a nice, deserted, solitary cave.
Really? I would love to be in an ashram. Like, I want party. Like...
Well, a holy cave. Like I'm reading Sri M's book right now, and I would love to go into one of Babaji's caves. It'd be incredible. But
I would love to visit all the temples and the ashrams.
Well, me too.
And also, this someone said we would fit into the Osho in Pune or wherever. To the 5-star resort.
The Osho resort. I would check that out too.
Yeah. Anyways, lots to discover there, and this was a fantastic video. I want to watch more of those because they are. You just get to know the country more. You have. I feel
like I know you guys so much more now.
Yeah.
India, love it. So diverse, so rich, so many fascinating things. Right, a true world power, and hopefully they keep progressing to be more of a world leader, but not only just, you know, commercially and business wise, but also spiritually, right? We need India to regain their spiritual roots, and then be that and spread that into the world, because I think India, with the knowledge that at their disposal, we can have serious transformation, and then serious spiritual beings still being a part of society and engaging, but understanding the true nature of reality. Like, we're all one in reality. There's one source called by many names. And then once the youth adopts that, then we can truly, you know, spread that. And then I said in one of the other videos how we need to Easternize the West, because that would be fantastic. Right now there's so much division, political unrest and separation, and it's crazy. So Anyways,
Yeah.
that was great. We loved this video. It was
Yeah.
so informative and so fun. If you know of any more videos like this that you would like us to watch, that we should watch to learn more about India, please let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. Remember to subscribe. It really, really helps the channel. Let us know what you think down in the comments. And remember, raise yourself.
And raise the world. Thank you so much, everyone. And a very special thank you to all our members. We love you.
Peace.